Ah, damn it. Alright, let's get into it. Good evening, VOD watchers. So I checked last year. Also, I love that. Just the white in my eyes. All right. I checked last year, and we did get to Resident Evil 2 when looking through cut content. So we're gonna be doing a chill 2-hour stream where we look through the prototype of Resident Evil from October 31st, of 1997. The prototype build of Biohazard, aka Resident Evil 2, dated October 31st, 1997, a bit less than 3 months before the game's release, commonly referred to as Beta 2. Only Leon's disc is available, but almost the entire game is playable up until the ending of the A scenario and the end boss of the B scenario. General differences. Most of the game is playable, but a lot of things are unfinished at this point. Cutscenes, music, sounds, backgrounds, a lot of background masks weren't done yet, meaning 3D models aren't obstructed by background objects, etc. The entire laboratory and ending sections are the most unfinished. There are countless pickup item and enemy placement differences, but only a few key items differ. I can't even see a difference. The gore warning screen has not been oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Been implemented. There are subtle differences. The shadows surrounding the eye are less pronounced. I mean, kind of. Oh my god, that's just such a small difference. The reset option has not been implemented yet. Exit is aligned to the left of the screen, and the Romanized Japanese message roughly translates to yet to be made. Mada dakitemasu. By the way, we will be listening to Space Boy for this stream, unless we run out of that particular artist. 1. Gay over. Sorry. Game over. Let's see. Similarly, the January 31st, 1996 prototype of the first game, pressing select during gameplay brings up a debug menu. This menu is very reminiscent of the one from the November 5th, 96 Resident Evil 1.5 prototype, although with more sub-menus. Sadly, only room jump is functional. Let's see. But what does it mean? Cacti speak Japanese, that's cute. The custom Magnum and the flamethrower are nowhere to be found in game. However, they are functional and can both be used with the help of debug features. They found the flamethrower is the sound of the flamethrower is glitched / unfinished, as it keeps playing again from the start while firing rather than looping properly. The custom handgun behaves a bit differently from the final. Its range is more akin to that of the shotgun, and can even shoot several targets at once. That sounds cool as fuck. Look at that little Polly. Oh, that must have been the unfinished flamethrower. It's always a fish flamethrower. The flamethrower has a reloading animation which plays when the gun is empty, which did not survive for the final version, as no ammo can be picked up for it. Note that it isn't actually functional and the gun isn't reloaded, even when flamethrower fuel is in the inventory. The Calico M950 is also usable with the help of debug features. However, it is unfinished. It behaves exactly like Leon's handgun and makes no sound. Weird. Note that the weapon has infinite ammo, and the infinity symbol appears for it in the inventory icon. No matter the actual ammunition amount, which may be another hint that the weapon was supposed to be a bonus weapon akin to the Gatling. Note that this weapon is usable in Parasite Eve 2, which gives a good idea of how it could have been in this game. Which I've tried to play Parasite Eve 2. The gameplay is completely different, and it's very hard to figure out where to go. And it's really not worth the effort to put in playing it. It's very disappointing. The inventory graphic and description for the H&K MC51 machine gun is also present in the game's data, though it is not usable, and there is no 3D model data. Interesting. A map item. Inventory guns. Yeah, these look ever so slightly different. You can see it in the stock, I think, and in the handle right here. In the prototype, the handle is a little fatter, and the stock is a little closer to the handle, whereas in the final, the handle is a little slimmer, and the stock has been widened out with more space. Well, no, the side of the gun is also slightly different, as is the barrel. Wow, yeah, the closer you look at this, the more you're like, oh, wow, yeah, they just redid almost the entire thing. That's weird. Oh, more slight differences. Have a wonderful day in a one-way world. It looks like the ammo box right here was lightened up a bit. Looks like the entire thing was lightened up a bit, like they took away some of the shadow, as it were. Let's see. They took away this bar thing right here, I suppose. Hello? Huh. There we go. Okay, so the prototype for the Magnum parts. There's definitely more detail. You've got the handle right here. Well, hold on. Oh wait, I think it's mostly the same, except they took away the handle. Seems like it. Yeah. Okay. Machine gun bullets. Trial, prototype, and final. I guess these look more like mags / clips. I don't know. Hard to tell. Comparison between the demo versions, the current prototype, and the final, only the small version differs. Spark shot ammo. There's a little more shading on this version. The herbs, that sweet. The green, red, and blue herbs are in their pots when checking the items, but they do not. Well, oh, but what? The green, red, and blue herbs are in their pots when checking the items, comma, but they don't in the smaller inventories. What are you talking about? I think you mean they aren't. That fucked me up. I was like, what the fuck is that? Looks like the paper in which the ground up herbs are on has been changed. Yeah, color scheme differs on all mixed herbs. Oh, the prototype cord was white as opposed to brown. The ammo disc. Oh my god. Do you remember when discs were in these little, like, they almost look like UMDs from a PSP, but they're not. Excuse me, but they're not. This key is used instead of the MO disc from the final. The key is repurposed from the P precinct key from the trial edition. It was repurposed again for the final version of the game into the platform key, with a slightly different design. I love that key. That's a gorgeous key. Gorgeous. They really zhuzhed up these keys because I love the blue on that. I love the pink on that. I love the red. Like, yeah, they really zhuzhed up these keys to look very pretty. Lacquer key. The key used to open the locker in the police station basement storage room as seen in the section below. The design is repurposed from the L precinct key found in the Trial Edition. With just the L mark on the key taken out, while the key is unused in the final version of Resident Evil 2, it is used as is in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, in which it was repurposed again into the main gate key. Why the hell are there fucking songs like this? That's better. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it right here. It's 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Weird. But what does it mean? Love that. I'm the fire starter. That's a great song. An item of unknown purpose found only in this version. Note that it is nowhere to be found in-game and only accessible via debug features or hacking. Perhaps intended to burn the plant in the shaft between the 2 quarters room of the library? He said shaft. Anyway. Items and where's the scroll bar? Oh my god, it's all the way up here. Items and enemies placement. Generally speaking, there are a lot more supplies and a few less enemies than in the final. Ooh, that would have been cool. Items and enemies placements often match that of the final Japanese version. As already stated, the flamethrower and the parts to make the custom handgun are nowhere to be found, though both guns are functional in the help of the debug feature on the item screen. Okay. Functional with. Excuse me. No ammo can be retrieved for Mr. X's body. Oh, from Mr. X's body. His HP very far. Wait, what? His HP. I know HP stands for hit points or health points. That's technically grammatically correct. If HP stands for health points, as in plural. But, like, I'm so used to the colloquialism of referring to HP as a single thing and not a group of many things. And so it's weird to say his HP vary as opposed to his health points vary from room to room. But he tends to have more than in the final. The rocket launcher, acquired at the end of the game, has 4 rockets versus 2 in final. This matches with the first game. Presumably this was changed to make the final boss fight against Birkin less of a pushover. That got loud quickly. There we go. Okay. The evolved versions of the Lecker and Ivy enemies do not exist. They are nowhere to be found in game, and there is no 3D model data for them in the file CDEMD0.EMS, Emergency Medical Systems. In the sewer area, when returning to the first sewer room with Ada, the giant spiders present the first time going through the room are still there. In the final, they are replaced by Zambos. The fight against Birkin's hand in the tramway, wow, I didn't know she fought against his hand, is found both in the A and B scenarios. In the final, it is only the first one. It is only in the first one. The alligator fight behaves in the B scenario the same as it does in the A scenario. In the final, the alligator can flee in the A scenario and die in the B scenario. This is most likely due to the scenario flags being missing, as in this version is only possible. Oh my god, as in this version it is only possible to play the B scenario without having played the A scenario on the same save file. Extra small key, extra small key. Well, that's nifty. An extra small key can be, oh, here it is. An extra small key can be picked up in both scenarios. It has no uses, but is presumably a leftover, which at one point would open the drawer of the desk in the police station 2F West Library, though it does not exist in this version. I fucking love these backdrops right here. These are so fucking cool. Yep. 3 green herbs and 1 red herb can be picked up when controlling Ada for the first time. If picked up and unused, the items will be gone from the inventory when controlling Ada for the second time. There are more blue herbs. Some can be found in the first corridor leading to the turntable. Yeah, and more can be found in the library. Oh, what the fuck is that? I guess that's the original version of the Ivies. I've never actually seen them before. That's cool looking though. An Ivy is present in the second corridor leading to the turntable, going hand in hand with the presence of blue herbs in the preceding corridor. In the final, this enemy type can only be found in the laboratory. What's that, I wonder? I like that moth. That's a cool looking moth. That looks like a mandrake root. Oh god, I fucking hate these things. There is no liquor in the laboratory. Say that 5 times fast. There's no liquor in the laboratory. 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 Anyway. In the first screen, it is an ivy plant which falls down the shaft. 2 giant moths can be found in the engine room on top of the one found in the laboratory B4 room, which is the only one found in the final game. More naked zombies are in the culture room. Excuse me. Submachine gun and side pack. Hold up. There's a lot here. This is going to take the entire stream. Why not? Let's do it. Submachine gun and side pack. This game has text or audio that needs to be translated. If you are fluent with this language, please read our translation guides, then submit a translation. In the final version of the game, the player can pick up a submachine gun and the side pack in a locker located in the basement of the police station. The player may choose to pick up either, both, or none of the items during the A scenario. What hasn't been picked up in the A scenario will be available in the B scenario. Furthermore, during the B scenario of the submachine gun, if the submachine gun hasn't been picked up from the locker, the player can find another submachine gun in the culture room of the library. But if it was retrieved from the locker, ammo for it can be found instead in the culture room. This entire mechanic works differently in this version. Crazy. It's a key. It's locked. I need a key. First, the player must retrieve this key from the generator room next door. Then, 2 lockers can be opened in the storeroom, while only 1 in the final version. Locker. Bird. Birdie. This message appears when checking the left locker. Yeah, I see what they mean by this needs to be translated. This message appears when checking the right locker. I think it's referring to that. I like that. Look at them boots. Look at that little tiny creature. Love that. The player has to choose between either locker and use the key. The left locker contains the side pack, while the submachine gun is in the right locker. Once one locker has been opened, the key disappears and the other locker cannot be opened during the current scenario, forced to be left for the B scenario. Yep, more text that I cannot translate. Wiener gun. The item that hasn't been retrieved from the locker in the current scenario can instead be found in the laboratory culture room at the end of the game. If the player got the submachine gun from the locker, he will find the side pack in the culture room, and vice versa. Unlike in the final version, this system forces the player to only pick up either item from the locker, rather than being able to take both in the same scenario. It was possibly changed due to the lack of consistency and realism. Indeed, after using the key once, the key simply vanishes without the player being asked if he wants to discard it like with other keys. Furthermore, acquiring the side pack so late in the game would not be very useful. Notes: the background for the left corner can still be found unused in the final. In this version, ammo for the submachine gun can be found in one of the save rooms of the sewer area instead. Excuse me. The locker key is a repurposed version of the L precinct key from the demo versions. Just Just with the L mark on the key taken out. While the key is unused in the final version of Resident Evil 2, it is used as is in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, in which it was repurposed again into the main gate key. Ooh, cutscenes. The intro and ending cutscenes have not been implemented yet. When starting a new game, there is no message displaying before gameplay either. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this out. There we go. Pop out player. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Alright. So we pause. Pausey-wazy.
Oh, man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
What
happened?
the fuck?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city.
Oh.
Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen. Hang in there.
I forgot how fucking hokey
Just
the
rescue
VA is.
Survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine. But I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
Ooh. I remember someone tried to tell me one time that sometimes during those cutscenes where the door is open, that you'll get jump scared by a Zambo, but it never fucking happens. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I have no clue what the fuck they were talking about. It was weird. Anyway, now let's see what it does in the final.
Oh, man.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon.
Your buddy's been canceled.
Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion.
In a mansion, you say?
Outskirts of this city. Chris.
I forget it was in the outskirts of Raccoon City.
That Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Hang in there.
Don't
I love how they act with
worry.
their entire bodies.
Just rescue the survivors.
You kinda
from the
had
other
to.
rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
But
Fine. But I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
I can't hear a difference. Or see one. Yeah, I don't really see a difference or hear one. Oh, well, and there's he. In this one, he just doesn't show up. Alternate costume. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what we love to see. Look at these things. Oh, that's so cool. This might be the thumbnail, honestly. Even though the special locker key in the costumes locker haven't been implemented yet, early versions of the alternate costumes exist in the game's data. At this point, only one alternate costume exists for Leon. Then why are you showing Claire's? Color scheme differs from the Jesus, look at that. Look at those. Look at the texture of those muscles. That's so silly. I love the angel on the back though. That's cool. The drawing on the back of the shirt is gone in the final. It is the same drawing as on Chris Redfield's alternate costume in the first game. Oh, they got rid of the fucking, what do you want to call it? The steroid muscles? I don't know. I don't know what you call it. Either way, liquor jump scare. Miscellaneous differences. The jump scare involving the liquor jumping through the interview room window plays out differently. In the final, the liquor jumps through the window when the player backtracks after having picked up the plug. In this version, it happens after having picked up shotgun ammunition on the table. The ammunition is gone in the final. Final. Presumably this was changed so that the event is mandatory rather than optional, as there is no guarantee the player will pick up the ammunition. Also, it is a lot harder to dodge the liquor in this version. Well, let's just see about that. That's the plug. Oh yeah, they didn't pop up. Wow. Why would you not see that, though? Bam. Whoosh. Stars. Alright. Countdown timers. Although it has not been implemented yet, the timer countdown at the end of the B scenario or the boss fight. Damage values and health values. Death scenes. Death scenes have not yet been censored. Oh. Rooms data. Ooh, let's play Spot the Difference. There's no cans in the beta. Oh, my head's in the way. There we go. And we'll move this out of the way. Okay. So the cans are not here in the prototype, but they are in the final. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of garbage that's missing. I think that's it. I can't really. Yeah, there's a little bitty white pixel right here in the prototype, but it's gone in the final. Can't really see any other differences. What about here? Yeah, all the trash and whatnot is not there yet. Oh, even the trash behind the gate's not there yet. This room is very close to the final, though some detailing is missing compared to the demo versions. The alley has been blocked with Kendo's truck. The basketball court is now accessible. Okay, yeah. It did say now accessible and not no longer accessible. Alright, let's see. Room 118 Backstreet. I don't understand. What are we looking at here? Early version of the room, the layout and camera angles are identical to the final, but many details are missing. This room did not exist in the demo versions. See, I would love to have something to compare it to, but there's nothing there. Cool backdrops, though. I like that. Room 119, Street to Bus. Oh, wow. Look at those that untextured car. I like that. I think the table might also be untextured. I can't quite tell. There's more untextured cars, though. At least there's a second one. That might be an untextured table. Or at least an uncolored table, I don't know. There's another untextured car. Love those. Love those. The fuck? Huh. So this was like almost an entirely different layout, because there's a car here and a second like sort of big ice cream truck looking box truck in the prototype, but in the final they replaced it with a barricade and a fire truck. Fire truck. There's the same thing from a different angle. The same view with a new light. That's not fun to call upon the occupants who lived here like I did, who lived here like I did, and who left Earth like I did, and who changed their perspective and show for a place that no one knows, for a place I've named uncomfortable. Alright. Then I saw bills enable. Oh. Seems like they took away some of the... Well, no. Yeah, I take that back. They just replaced the car with the fire truck. Got it. And maybe they took away a little bit of the debrizzle, because there's a glass from the car right there, but then it's gone when they put the fire truck in. They did keep that dead police officer though, so you know, attention to detail. Mew 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 mew. Let's see, not much of a difference. It just looks like they cleaned up the backdrops here, because this looks a little chunky, and here it's a little more smooth. That's how prototypes are. You get the basics out of the way, and then you trim and clean as you go, presumably. Yeah, same. It's same for here. This is at a slightly different angle, and it's been touched up to make it look better. Differs from both the demo versions and the final. Another early yet more advanced version of the room is present in the data of the N64 version of the game. I forgot that there was an N64 version of Resident Evil 2. Good lord. So I think they changed some. They removed some of the geometry, because this is here and then it's not here, but I can't tell what it is. It's too dark on my end as well. Yeah, I popped my jaw. I think it's just from like a different angle, because this is a more zoomed in angle and this is a more zoomed out angle. Zoomed out angle. That's... Yeah, and the final, the fucking tower's just gone here. The version of the heliport used at the end of the 4th Survivor and the Tofu Survivor minigames. The 3 camera angles differ, not that the minigames aren't accessible. Oh, note that the minigames aren't accessible due to the inability to beat the game, although data for the 4th Survivor seems to exist. 4th Survival and Tofu mode is like a... What's the word? They're like alternate playthroughs where you can like fully play as one, a sentient big old block of tofu, and the other one is like a masked unknown man that I do not know his backstory or purpose. I don't know. Either way. Hell, I didn't even know those modes existed until I watched the Sphere Hunters video on oh, what is it? The Sphere Hunters video on the Resident Evil 2 remake. She's like, yeah, the Tofu Man and the 4th Survivor are remade and they look great. I'm like, that was a thing? Did not know. Let's see here. Oddly, an unused variant of Room 102 exists with this different room number. Except from the room number, it is identical to the version... Oh, except from the room number, it is identical to the version from the demos, except also for this extra screen, which does not exist in the demo versions. It is a variant of the background used in the demo, except that the fact that the fence door is except for the fact that the fence door is part of the background rather than a 3D model. Police station main hall. Oh, hey Sam, just got back from my improv group. I didn't know you did improv, that's hilarious. Not much, we're reading through some prototype info from Resident Evil 2, showing the differences in some of the more earlier versions of, like for instance, the police station. Which I've only played a little bit of the original Resident Evil 2, but too many jump scares for my taste. But I like the aesthetics. I love these matte backgrounds. An item box can be found in the main hall. In the final, it is located in the waiting room next door, and in the demo versions, there was none. Note that this explains why one of the chairs is gone between the demo versions and the final. They deleted the chair to make room for the item box, but didn't put it back after moving the box. That's very funny. What the fuck? Why is there a lid on Leon's back? The item box is not actually functional in the main hall, and it has no lid. Instead, the lid can be found loose in the middle of the waiting room, where the item box is located in the final game, indicating that they were in the middle of moving the box there. It is functional there, although it makes no sound. The placement of the lid may or may not suggest that they were planning to replace the small desk with the item box. That's very funny. You're just like, let's move to the waiting room. We'll move the lid and we'll move the rest later. That's so silly. I love that. Oh, more spot the difference. Let's see. I'm trying to avoid having my ears obstruct as much as I can. That's as much as I can go. Okay, so I can already tell this door back here was changed to a more metal looking door, I suppose, which is very interesting. I do not see any other changes that I can tell. Yeah, the chandelier and the lighting system are the same. Bits on the floor are the same. Yeah, the only difference that I can see is that door. Are these doors? The doors. All right. What's the difference here? Well, for one, they got rid of the debrizzle, the detritus, or as Link from Good Mythical Morning says, detritus. I love that he calls it detritus. It got all that, what do you call it? Detritus? Detritus? Fucking, alright. Yeah, the only thing that's different is that in the prototype, they've got the detritus debrizzle from the hole in the wall still on the ground, and then finally just got rid of it. The door differs in the first screen. It is the only screen of the room depicting this early version of the door. On the second screen, there is more detailing in the final prototype version. There are some debris which for some reason are gone in the final version. Note that this version of the screen with the hole in the wall appears in the room during gameplay even before a tyrant bursts through the wall. So the room is clearly unfinished. Hilarious. Alrighty. Time to spot the difference. Okay, let's see. Ow, damn you. There we go. Alrighty, let's spot the diff. I mean, so far everything looks about the same. They're really a different. What the fuck? It must be so tiny that I cannot see it. Because I cannot see it at all. What in the fuck, dude? You fucking dickwad. Always naysaying. Huh. Nothing. Well, I mean, I guess the detailing is a little better? That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, hey, they added some numbers in this one. You can tell that at least.
Mr. Bannon, how long have you known the boys? Like 4 years, almost half their admin. Tell me, Mr.
Huh. I guess they changed the angles here between the final and the prototype. Vice versa, I mean. There's a red light right here that's not here in the final. I can't tell if this yellow sign is here in the final because the angle doesn't show it. Yet another version of the generator. It is the third early version of it, which differs every time. After the ones in the November 5th, 1996 prototype and in the demo versions. Note that the version there. No, note. Wait, what? Note that the reason there is no light in the last shot of the final version is because it is a separate object, a light effect not part of the background. Oh, weird. Oh, I can already tell the difference here. Bears. Tain't no bears. All right. Jokes aside, I don't see any other differences. Yeah, there's just no bears. I would have loved to keep those bears, man. Look at how cool those bears look. No, wait, that's not a bear. That's a fucking tiger. Well, some kind of large feline. I cannot tell from here what that might be. I do love that giant stuffed bear, though. Shame they had to get rid of it. I guess because people would. I guess maybe they were worried that players would, keep trying to mess with the bear to see if it would do anything. Although that just makes me wonder why they didn't turn it into like a bit, like a joke death, where if you keep trying to activate or interact with the bear, that like eventually it'll just come to life and attack you. Or kill you. Maybe both. That would be very funny. You're just like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And then just brrr. Very silly idea. Alright, let's see. More angles of the bars. Oh, wait. The big cat is? No, the big cat's not there in the final, so why is it the same picture? Or at the very least, why is the cat head? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just really weird. I don't know. Things look pretty much the same here as well. Bear hand. Blur hand. Yeah, it's just the bear. The stuffed bear and tiger were taken out. Maybe they were too distracting and stole the show. Bro. I mean, I get it. Although I would have loved to have the show stolen by these stuffed animals. The fourth slot remained the same, but the tiger is not actually seen in-game due to the black cinematic bar during the cutscene. Oh, that's why that is. Okay. So the cutscene is right here, but you can't see this in the final because it's cut off by the framing bars. Room 30D, police station basement save room. That looks very dingy and muddy. This version of the room with a different color scheme, that's why. It's present in the room's data, though unused. What the fuck? That's just a big old, it looked like it was culling, I don't know. One of the close-ups on Ada during the cutscene. It is seen as is in-game. All the other camera angles are final. What a weird thing. Okay, they added some detail to this section. Got the cones and the bench and the light. Not too much, but definitely some... What? I don't know why I'm getting very sleepy. Am I hypnotizing myself? I don't know. You make the call. For now, I'm gonna open my drink. It's root beer, but specifically Barks root beer, the better root beer. Barks root beer is way better than A&W root beer in my opinion. Has a less, it has it's honestly it has the same vibes as the difference between Coke and Pepsi, whereas Coke is much sweeter. The longer you drink a Pepsi, the more like sickly sweet it gets. But if you drink a Coke, the sweetness never gets overwhelming. It's the exact same with A&W versus Barks root beer. A&W's good at first, but the longer you drink it, the more sweet it gets, and it gets very unpleasant after a while. And then with Barks, that doesn't really happen. Pardon the soda ramble tangent. Yeah, I don't really. It doesn't even explain this. Like, why'd you use both images twice? Fucking twice. I like the color scheme for the elevator at least. It looks very dingy, and the button looks very ripe for the pressing. That looks like a microwave, even though it's an old monitor. Okay, an early version of the elevator, the switch and the sign above it differ from the final, and the control panel in the back of the elevator is missing. Instead, there is a simple screen. Oh, weird. The last screen made it to the final unused. Huh. Ugh, excuse me. There's a lot of rooms. To put in perspective, we are now down to it. The scroll bar is now down to about here, and the bottom is down here. I don't know if you can see that, but more beautiful backdrops. There we go. Oh, itchy. Let's keep on it just seems like the first 4 camera angles not pictured are identical to the what a superfluous entire section. What the hell? Laboratory B2 engine room. Oh my god. The texture for the floor and the switch at the back of the floor differ from oh my god, a different texture. All of the smallest of details that people go to painstaking lengths to document. It is important, but it can be dry sometimes, as is the case with any history. I've been playing old Flash games I used to play recently, and I'm so invested in Henry Stickmin. Oh, man. But, by the way, Sam, have you ever heard of Flashpoint? Not the DC comic thing. It's an archive of a shit ton of old Flash games. And I found every CandyStan.com and Cartoon Network Flash game that I used to play, and it's fucking fantastic. It is free as well. I guess just Google like Flashpoint Flash Game Archive or something like that, because it's fucking awesome. And I sound a little out of it because I feel tired and I don't know why. It is super fucking cool. Grizzle. The only downside is that you cannot choose what side. I've been playing them on Newgrounds. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of. I'm glad a lot of the Newgrounds Flash games are still archived. What is it? The only downside to Flashpoint is that, from what I can find, you cannot change the size of the window, of the play window. I don't know why. It's really weird. Boo. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of the amount of the great lengths that people go to showcase the smallest of texture changes is very commendable. The room is very close to the final, but lighting all over the room differs. In the final, the lights are bigger and many areas are better lit. Also, the catwalks use the white light in the prototype version, while in the final, the catwalks use blue light and another one red light to differentiate them. But, like, dude, this is so much minute detail. Like here, the angle is like, it's just zoomed in a bit between the prototype and the final, which is fascinating. One, that people went to this great length, and two, that the developers took out such a small detail that most people would not notice. Same here, different camera angle. I can't even tell the difference between this. Well, I take that back. The angle of the railing is slightly different. This is the prototype where it's angled downward a little bit in the center, and in the final, it's just straight, which is like, it's the amount of the amount of detail on both ends here. Like, if they had never unbent that rail, I would have never noticed that if I ever played this. They moved this little box freezer question mark from the right to the left. Like I said, looking through these is like playing a game of Spot the Difference. I'm still not seeing the difference. Oh, there it is. In the background to the right. Nope, to the left. There's a little more... Oh, it's where they changed the box freezer thing. It's just at a different angle. I need to sneeze. Feel it coming. Here it comes. Better. Whew. And now come the post-sneeze burps. Yeah, they're just showing... Okay, they're showing different angles of how they moved the freezer. That's so silly, but I love it. I will never stop complimenting the attention to detail here. Literally, the only difference here is the lighting. Right here versus right here. What? I guess they zoomed in and like took out these chairs because they just zoomed in right here. Yeah, they zoomed in on this area, and they added an ATM for whatever reason. I don't think that's an ATM, but they added an extra little thingy here. They changed the location of the storage label from closer to the camera to further back. No, they just moved the camera angle further back for some reason. Jesus. The non-pictured camera backgrounds are identical to the final. For some reason, one of the lights in the first shot was taken out. Hoo boy. This is a lot. And all 4 different lighting styles. That, again, 99% of people who played this game would not have noticed. And I love that attention to detail, because the fact that most people do not notice, I guess, is the point. When you do, it's like that classic Futurama line from that series of quasars that may or may not be God. What is it? When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. Which is a very sad outcome. Because on some level, it's nice to be thanked for things, but even if that's not why you do good things, and it can be very vain to expect a thank you. Like, whenever I'm working retail and I just do my job ringing up stuff, I don't expect anyone to thank me, and to the point that it feels really weird and borderline uncomfortable whenever someone's like, "Thank you so much. I appreciate what you do." And it's like, do you appreciate me enough to help me get paid more? Because I would like that. I mean, I know they're being genuine about it, but it just feels weird. I also feel weird whenever I'm hanging out with my friend, and he loves to ask the drive-through person how their day is going. And my first thought is, they're working the fucking drive-through at a fast food restaurant. How the fuck do you think their day is going? It's not great. I mean, that would be me in that situation. That's how I would want to be. Like, I wouldn't want people to talk to me and ask how my day was. I'd be like, shut the fuck up and order your food, man. Again, that's just me, though. Also, we get an ad coming up in about 24 seconds. So, whenever you're ready, grab a snack, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, whatever you need to do. And thus, the ad begins, presumably. Good evening, VOD watchers. I got a few cards for my E-Honda deck in the mail, which it's very nice to have cards come in the mail. And it always feels like a surprise, because even though you know all the ones you ordered, you never know which ones are going to come first. So one of the cards I got was a fish token, and that was one of the last things that shipped. One of the first things that shipped wasn't like, it hasn't gotten here yet. I'm just vibing to these jams, man. This shit's good. This shit good. Oh my god, I still love that guy who's crying over how good his weed is. Oh man, what a fucking great bit. Thank God for my reefer, man. This shit good. Oh my god, bro. Love it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm slowly getting in my mono white cards, my mono white creatures for my E-Honda deck. And I'm excited to start playing it paper. Because it tests very well digitally, but we don't know. But the what is it? The what is it? The digital like deck tester only goes so far, you know. And in some cases, it kind of makes the I feel like it shuffles it a little bit in your favor. I don't know. I always get good shuffles whenever I test the decks on Mana Box. More. 57 seconds until ad is over. Demands of oh. So in a one-way world, Let's do Vithaken. What the fuck? Why is this on here twice? Hold it. Oh, I guess it's just taking its time. Either way. Alright. We're back. We're back, baby! Alright, let's see. They added a box. Same box from a different angle, same box from a different angle. Why would they do this? I mean, I was commenting them earlier. Now I'm just curious as to like why they felt they need to document it from like it's like they're zooming it back. That's so silly. But also I appreciate the attention to detail. Okay. Damn. Damn, son, where'd you find this? I do wonder where that originally came from. It's very funny. Okay, we're back to the main page. Let us see. Prototype. Pre-release. What the? Ooh, we got an image. We got an image, but it is in French, I believe. Yeah, it's in French. Oh, we get to see some of the fucking concept art though. There's another French magazine. Oh, it's from Joypad. Okay. Oh, I'm loving these screen. I love shit like this. These old promo images. You know what I meant, Google. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I wonder if I can use Google Translate as like the camera function. That might be kind of cool. It may not be accurate. Genetic incidents. Basic monsters, except for the zombies present from beginning to end. All these monsters, quite numerous, change according to the places you find. Ah, dang it, hold on, I got a sub job offer. 1 moment, please. I have returned. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was using the camera function when the phone rang. So that's... The crocodile is unique and acts as a sort of intermediate boss. Oh, cool. There's the croc. There's the croc. There's the croco boy. Big spooters. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's neat looking, man. It looks like a ghost. Alright, let's see if they'll translate this. Oh, yeah, Dr. Birkin's mutations. Dr. Birkin is the father of the G virus. His thirst for knowledge led him to push his genetic experiments beyond what was conceivable. There we go. A victim of his pride, he could not bring himself to put an end to them and gradually descended into madness. The government therefore sent elite troops to capture this scientist, and following a too brutal gesture from a panicking soldier, he found himself taking a burst in the buffet. What? Mortally wounded, he had the ultimate experiment by inoculating himself with the virus. Then began a series of mutations, 4 of which were intended for the main hero, Game A. The other 2 were reserved to the secondary hero, Game B. Cool! Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad these translate so well. I hope these look good on y'all's end. On the stream preview, they look kind of ass. Let me double check by looking at my own stream. Okay, yeah, they look pretty good. Okay, yeah, they look better. They look better than on the stream preview. That's good. Good enough for me. Damn, that sax is going crazy. Oh, more things to translate. It won't translate. Porphyr Lemania. Oh, it's because there's a dash. Tyrant to do. Okay, so Tyrant 103 in all its states. With no news from the assault group, the government decides to send the mutant Tyrant 103 to clean up the mess and something. He belongs to the same family as the final boss of the first part. Fortunately, he is from an earlier generation, therefore less formidable. He is an opponent assigned to the secondary hero, Game B, who will meet him 6 times. Then victim of an accident, Tyrant 103 will evolve into Tyrant simply, before transforming into a tentacled blob during the final confrontation. That's interesting. I love that I can. Oh my god, yes! I love this. This fucking the fucking slap on the head. That's funny. Look at the fucking detail in this, man. This is so cool. These are fucking rad. Alright. We've got more. And it's also in French. But first, let's look at these screen caps. The shotgun man at the register. Good old Claire in her pink outfit. Red? Pink? I don't know. Looks like Claire's shooting some dudes, and that'll be it. Okay. Come on. Here we go. To overcome the first obstacle, Capcom saw things on a grand scale and negotiated with Nintendo to obtain the possibility of producing a 512 megabit cartridges, i.e. capacity twice that of the cartridges used for Zelda. Hilarious. As a result, by cramming all these people together and running 2 or 3 compression utilities, no data was lost. A real feat, since for the first time on N64, you can even admire the entirety of Resident Evil's cutscenes. Yes, you're not dreaming. I said cutscenes! However, the developers did not stop there, and the happy owners of RAM Pack risk making people jealous again. Indeed, thanks to this increasingly inseparable accessory, the sets. Where is it? Thanks to this increasingly essential accessory, the settings can be presented in high resolution. Immediately, the grain of the image gains in finesse, and the environments become more realistic because more colorful and more detailed. As for the content of the game itself, it should be noted that Nintendo gave Capcom carte blanche. Hey! The adventure has therefore absolutely not been watered down, and the morals of the zombies have not been subjected to any censorship. The Simpendant Poor is, however, 4. That's pretty fucking cool. I love how they were touting it as like more power than Zelda 64. Like, damn, bro. Oh, this might be the continuation. Oh. For those who are bothered by the too frequent bloodshed, an option to set the level of violence and the color of the blood has been provided. That's cool. Nintendo thinks of everything. What can you do? Nintendo thinks of everything. What can you do? As for your journey, it is not changed at all. The scenario remains identical to that of the PlayStation version, and we therefore find the 4 parallel stories. However, in order to revive the interest in the game a little once it has been finished, for the first time, you... God damn it. Let's look at these screen caps. More Claire. Leon shooting a zombie with yellow blood, looks like. That's cool, though. That just looks like a regular lady. Oh. Okay. You will discover an option. You will discover an option that randomly moves various objects. A good memory will therefore be of no help to you. In addition, it is quite amusing to note that the loading times, even if they are shorter, have not completely disappeared. You will therefore still be entitled to the small animation of the door opening. The recording of sounds in Dolby Sound is also another small improvement compared to the PlayStation version, where the sound effects were only offered in mono. Finally, true fans will welcome the addition of a mini encyclopedia retracing. Thanks to text and a few illustrations, certain key passages of the saga... De la Saga, yeah. Certain passages of the Resident Evil saga... Oh, wait, what? Certain key Thanks to text and a few illustrations, certain key passages of the Resident Evil saga. Finally, with its better graphic representation, its richer soundtrack, this N64 adaptation surpasses. An example to follow. That's fucking awesome. I love that. Now let's take a gander at these screenshots. 2 dudes laying in an alleyway, connected to each other because they're dead. I love these old articulated like action figure looking hands. I always thought they were cool looking. Like I said, they give action figure vibes. This is fucking cute. Oh, we got more magazines. Oh man. above text. That's funny. Okay. We got a little screenshot of what's her face that I don't remember the name of. Some tentacles popping out of some holes in wood. Cheryl Birkin, I think is her name. Either way. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Google Translate Camera. Alright. Right below the Resident Evil, it says, sold of some 4 million copies, Resident Evil 2 will experience a second youth. Hilarious. With an exemplary N64 version. Incredible achievement for this miracle cartridge. Directly to the left, or to the right, where it says N64 question mark. Who would have believed last year that it was graphically possible to achieve such a result on the N64? And right below it says, unbelievable but true. Blood on a Nintendo machine. It's rare enough to be underlined. I don't know if that's the right word. But the bulk of the paragraph says, ouch, that's what all the visitors at the last Nintendo Space World must have said during the presentation of Resident Evil 2 on N64. Indeed, no one expected the software to reach such quality on a console whose reputation is not the most brilliant, and yet Capcom has worked miracles with a simple 512 megabyte cartridge. First big surprise, the game, which is on cartridge, therefore contains cinematic scenes, a first which is partly due to the new data compression system, used for the first time here. No doubt that it will be reused later, so amazing is the visual quality, and as is now the case for most games. RE2 works with the RAM pack, which increases the memory capacity of the N64. The result is before your eyes on these pages. High-resolution graphics that have nothing to do with the slightly cut-out characters of the PlayStation version. Sure, the sets remain in 20. What? The sets remain in 20. But in terms of the characters, we almost reach the quality of definition and modeling of the future Dreamcast version. Add to that some really bright colors that are changed from the paleness of the PlayStation version. Just look at Claire's pink red. I love it. It says pink dash red. That's funny. Pink red denim jumpsuit to understand. That is very funny. It also kind of makes me want to play the N64 version of Resident Evil 2. Oh my god, that's funny. This is bonkers. You always forget that. Oh, okay. So it's supposed to. Okay, so I guess it debuted in 2000. I don't know. That's the big ass Croco mouth. All right, what do we got here? All right, what about this first big old chunky paragraph? Alright, for this big old chunky paragraph right here, it says in the header, RAM Pack, the miracle worker. And the paragraph states, even better, the game will offer sounds, sound effects, and music in Dolby Surround, while the PlayStation version only offered sound effects in mono. We can't believe it. As for the game itself, there are no notable changes. No notable changes, but there are changes. The player still has the choice of playing as Leon or Claire Redfield in two completely different scenarios. After a car accident caused by a zombie trucker, hilarious, they are forced to split up in a raccoon city completely infested with rotten monsters. Having arranged to meet at the city police station, they will have a lot of adventures and problems in the meantime. Giant crocodiles, a little girl to save, spiders a little too big to be blown up with a Bagon bomb, whatever that means, green or yellow. Everything that awaits them is likely to make many players tremble. A game to rediscover, if only for the graphic beauty of the thing. Well, we've got Claire in a similar scenario to Leon, shooting at a regular girl wearing regular clothes. Still funny. Hey, it's the Lickers. What does this header say? Horror in the... What? That's not right. Horror in a good way on N64. Okay. That's a pretty good tagline. I like that. What about... Oh, That's very wide. All right, what do we got? The header says "Cinematics of the Impossible," and the little mini paragraph says, "No, you're not dreaming. No, we're not spreading disinformation. These are indeed computer-generated images in video compression on N64. Faced with such a spectacle, there's not much to say, even if it's rather bad for my freelance career." That's pretty good. I like that. They're like, dude, look at these fucking cutscenes, man. Holy shit. Oh, dude, there's Claire on her bike. I like that. That's fucking awesome. Google Translate has improved, or at the very least can read French very well. Ooh. More French magazines with some gore. Love this. Oh, look at that liquor art. That's awesome. Dossier. Oh, perfect. Just get right in there. Alrighty. The yellow text up top says, "Better late than never. Resident Evil 2 is also coming to the N64, and despite the switch to cartridges, the game retains all the charm of the CD version." And then moving down to the main article. Thanks to the immense talent of Angel Studios and a cartridge with a record capacity of 512 megabytes, large back then I'm sure, the game comes to us on Nintendo's machine while retaining the films from the CD... The films? I think it means the cutscenes. From the CD-ROM version with excellent quality. N64 obliges. The lines are finer, especially in 64 by 480, hilarious, with the cartridge 4 megabytes. And access times are load times are almost non-existent. You can adjust the level of violence in the game. Objects are located randomly in the stages each time you play. Yes, sorry, my dear. Hilarious. Wait. Huh. Yeah. Yes, sorry, my dear. I don't know what the fuck that was. And it's just kind of cut off. There's no, like, continuation because this paragraph on the top right just says, "Switch, comma, it's the end of walkthroughs." Oh, I guess the switch means to, like, switch over to the next paragraph. So, "Sorry, my dear, it's the end of walkthroughs." Hilarious. To compensate for the absence of the first part on N64, additional details on the events have been included in the form of letters to Discover. Finally, new outfits have also been included. Same for weapons, and we may be entitled to an original scenario. And then I'll redo this bottom paragraph here. Okay, here it is. Proof by N64 too. Oh, by N64. Too bad to have so much expected while the proof is made that a conversion was made possible on N64. It is all the more regrettable that this title with impeccable realization, better than the PlayStation, arrives while Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 3 Last Escape are going to land respectively on Dreamcast and PlayStation. I guess it used to be called it was called Last Escape in France, or that was an early title, maybe? I don't know. Very interesting, though. The foreman at the Cheesecake Factory. Sorry, I got a notification. I follow Make Some Noise, the Dropout show on YouTube, while also having a Dropout subscription, but I'm marathoning through Smarty Pants right now. And I still like seeing and sharing the Make Some Noise clips because they're very funny. Chain wallets. Resident Evil, the real one as we like it. Maybe not that one. I like the green Converse on her. Oh, she's missing a shoe. She's got good fashion sense, though. Good for her. Oh. This N64 version benefits from very fine graphics thanks to the 4 megabyte cartridge. Hilarious. I love this artwork though. Like this lady, she's very pretty. Very pretty lady. This might be the fucking thumbnail, honestly. She's cute. I like her. Just gonna let her sit there for a little bit. Okay. Close. I love that art of the liquor, though. I might have it just be Leon's head and next to liquor, because I don't know if I can do gore as a thumbnail. I don't want to fuck shit up. City Fighter. In the city, you have to fight your way through to reach the police station alive. Oh my god. He's just like, sorry. We'll try it like this. No, there's the liquor cutscene. The liquor cutscene. More crazy shit. Good stuff though. Notice the soda machine in the screenshot at the bottom of the second page. Just like with the logo on the bench in the Joypad number 88 article, the red parts were taken out in the N64 version and were already missing in previous releases. This comforts the idea that the latest version of the game was not used as a base for the N64 version. It comforts the idea, you say. This is so fucking cool. Go back. See what else we can find. Whoops. Pre-release, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, never mind. There we go. Unused backgrounds. Oh, okay. A variant of this camera angle exists with non-broken glass, but is never used. The glass breaks before the angle is used. That would have been cool to see, like, something coming through. Maybe the body got thrown through. I don't know. Well, that may have been too much for a rated M game at the time. A zoom in on the flag in the waiting room of the police station. The first room with an item box. Presumably it was planned to be used when the player checks the flag. Bro, check your flag. A zoom in on the door at the back of the West 1F corridor door, which leads to the evidence room. Not the Venice room, the evidence room. It is a leftover from an earlier state in development. What is happening? There we go. From a leftover state in development. In the trial edition, this door bears this design. A tech-looking slide door, while it is a metallic swing door in the final version. More of this version of the door can be seen in the demo version of the game, in which the door is usable with the help of cheat codes. Fun fact, in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, on the new camera angle used when Nemesis bursts through the window, the metallic part next to the door from this earlier version can be seen in the back. Although the camera angle is only seen for a very brief period of time. Also, in the Windows and Dreamcast ports of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, this door design is used in this corridor. Sweet. Oh gee, I wonder why that wasn't used. It's a placeholder for sure. Just make some basic 3D models and be like blah 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 blah. Like I said, you gotta sketch out your ideas before you can refine them. JoJo! Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? I may just have this be the fucking thumbnail. I don't even care for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but like, bro, this is perfect. Is that a motherfucking JoJo? Yeah, it's absolutely gonna be right. Yeah, I found the thumbnail. JoJo ref, even though I don't watch or read JoJo. Guys, damn it. Wrong button. I meant to go back. We have to go back, Kate. We have to go back. I just love the like insane cadence with which he says it. We have to go back. An unused camera angle for the office where Marvin lays. Ew. Although a similar camera angle is used. Oh, I guess is that it? Or no? I'll zoom in the photo lab. There we go. Took me a second. Whoa, I like that statue. That's cool looking. An earlier version of a camera angle for the door. Nope, for the corridor with the puzzle. The corridor with the puzzle with the movable statues. Note that the gray statue in the middle, which holds a red jewel, can be seen shining even when forcing the game to use the unused background. Looks completely different from the finals. In the unused version, there's a window on the left of the screen, which was replaced by a door in the final version. Although a small part of the window remains, the windows on the right side also differ. Looking at the data of the Japanese Trial Edition reveals that the missing door used to be located further down the room. There's barely a difference here. Like, the only difference is like the trash over here in the corner. In this version, it's like spread out, and in the final, it's like closer together. An unused variant, the grate of the vent is still set. Oh, I see now. The vent door got opened. Okay. Note that while the close-up on the door exists with the gate on the floor, there's no equivalent with the gate still set. Okay. The drawer of Chris's desk cannot be opened in the final version of the game. The background is also present in the demo version, though unused also. Text data for a desk key can also be found in that version. Office. Jesus. Though unused in the final version, this particular background is used in the demo version. When the demo ends, the camera pans upward, revealing Ada Huang. What a weird zoomed in angle of that. It also looks completely different because it doesn't even look like there's a door right here. And this cabin is not here in the final game. There's a trash can. A leftover of the early version of the back of the first floor east office of the police station. No real equivalent of this angle exists among the used ones, so a wide shot of the area was used here for comparison. The on-camera angle suggests either the player would be able to check or pick up something on the ground, or that the angle would be used for a cutscene, possibly panning upwards, like in the cutscene in which Leon meets Ada. In the final version, there is a door leading to the outer staircase, next to where the trash can is located, but it is missing in the early version of the room. More of this version of the room can be found in the demo version. Ooh, I like that full shot of the entire police station, at least the main, entryway. An unused wide shot of the second floor mezzanine, that's the term, of the police station's main hall. A very similar shot with slight differences, can also be found in the demo version. Itchy. Oh, that's better. Whew. Well, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. That resident sure looks. It sure does, buddy. It sure does. You should have seen it earlier. I was Google translating some French magazine ads for Resident Evil. It was crazy. They were touting the amazingness that is the N64 port of Resident Evil 2. Oh shit. We got prototype versions of the fucking... I guess that's the mezzanine from a different angle. But look at how weird that looks. He's standing on top of the railing. I am the rail. And then there's the final where he's behind the rail. Oh, that's so this early version looks like the graphics from Alone in the Dark, the original PC version. A very early version of the third floor main hall mezzanine. Yep. The XYZ position coordinates of the protagonist are the same between the two screenshots. An even earlier version of the room can be found in the demo version. Weird. I like that background. That's a cool one. This a good one. The second floor corridor, which crows burst through. Oh, I hate that fucking scene. Through the windows. A similar camera angle is used. A close-up on the ground and on the corpse of a zombie police officer. But it is located in another part of the room. They change angles all over the place, man. No zombie. Zombie. No zombie. Zombie. From this, honestly, these two angles look like a fucking Scooby-Doo, like a background map painting from the original Scooby-Doo show. I don't know if y'all have seen any of those, but God, they are gorgeous. They make good PC backgrounds or desktop backgrounds, and some phone backgrounds, depending on what angle you can get. But yeah, they're super cool. Oh, that's the subway. A close-up of the crashed... Oh, never mind, it's a helicopter. Crashed helicopter in the second floor east corridor. Another close-up with a different camera angle is used. Note that this is the version of the room which is still in flames, and that there is no equivalent for the non-burning version. Of course, why would you have a non-burning version? That'd be silly. I can't tell what that is. It almost looks like it's melting. But it's not melting in the final. A version of the morgue, with empty body bags. That makes sense. There are no body bags. Duh. No, I kid. There are no body bags in the version that is used. Other variants of this room exist in the demo version, in which the body bags appear to be full. Presumably, it was planned for zombies to come out of the bags. That would have been a fucking cool idea, if so. Just like cadavers returning to life. We've already looked at that one. This is a completely different angle. And there's not even any sheets on the beds. How dare they? There's no nightstand either. They've like flip-flopped the image and then added a zombie, a piece of paper, a nightstand, and a gun. And all was right with the world. By the sword of my gun, I am Gundar. I forgot what, like, that was like a pilot or something, wasn't it? It was like a barbarian that shoots a gun or something. I know Aaron referenced it on Game Grumps one time, and I looked it up, and I was like, this is hilarious, and then I never watched it again. Oh, I need to look that up. By the sword of my gun. Okay. Close up on a staircase. This same walkway from a different angle, I suppose. Same thing. Different angle. Different angle. Oh, different door. Slightly different door. And different wall structures. There's like some more scaffolding from here. I can't tell if that's a cannon or what, but it looks like a beam of some kind next to some scaffolding in the background, and that is not the case in the beta. Or the unused. There's an unused room. Oh, that would have been cool. Just a fucking big ass hole with a zombie plop down in front of it. Great extra scenery. That's cool. Oh, and it's right. Oh no, it's not zombies. They're plants. There's some Swede. There are two variants of the two corridors leading to the train platform. One without bloodstains on the floor, used in Claire A, and one with bloodstains used in all three other scenarios. Although there is a mistake on one of the angles used. Blood can be seen in the middle of the corridor. Where are you? But on the next camera angle, it is missing on the same spot. The trail of blood leads to the hole in the wall, which is unused in all scenarios. No variant of the close-up shot of the wall exists. Although note that while 3D models are programmed to appear in the final shot, they are not in the penultimate one. The versions of the backgrounds with the hole in the wall are used in the October 31st, 1997 prototype. Prototype. Oh, they changed to Nano Ray. Love that. I wonder why that was unused. I do like I said, more of this quote-unquote sketching process where you're like, all right, I want this basic shape and I want this to be here at this angle. Very early render of the save room, yeah. For the turntable. Wickety wickety wow. This does not look any different. Okay, there's some detailing differences that I cannot see with my special eyes. An early render of the same area as the above. So I guess it's right here? I don't know, I can't really tell. Oh yeah? Any day now. Let's see. Early render of the same area as above, so below. Oh. Another unused background from the same room as this one seems to be directly taken from the FMV cutscene. Weird. A close-up of the desk with a water bottle. They better be reusing that water bottle. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, it's the machinery in the laboratory. It's very close to the used version, though some minor detailing and shading differ. So much so that I can't tell. I don't have that artist's eye. Bing! There's like a little shiny bit in my eye. An unused angle. Different coloring, it looks like. Huh. Same thing, different angle. Hilarious. Okay. Now we can go back. Supplies, regional differences, background differences. Unused content. What time is it? It's 8:42. Okay, that's not bad. We've been at this for almost 2 hours. Going on 1 hour 47, I believe. Within the XA voice directory of the Japanese Trial Edition lies unused dialogue, including 2 individual samples of a screaming Leon and Claire, an outtake of Leon's voice actor, and dialogue for Leon and Marvin, the black police officer who dies early on in the A scenario game. Further unheard dialogue can also be found in the beta prototype, including short lines from Ada and Leon. Well, okay, I hope it didn't get deleted. Hell yeah. Unheard alterations. Following unused alternate and unheard voice dialogue that were found inside early versions of Biohazard Resident Evil 2, including the Biohazard 2 Beta 2 prototype and the Biohazard 2 trial disc, that are not heard or found anywhere in the final product. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Why are you still zooming in, bro? Cut. Thank you. He's like,
No, that sounds so stupid now. Okay, I really enjoy being with you. What the hell was that?
what the hell is it?
Oh, son of a...
G-Virus. G-Virus? Just listen to me for a minute.
Holy damn it.
Hold your fire!
Apparently this line would have been heard when Leon just enters the parking lot and nearly gets shot by Ada. The following scene is shown to exemplify this. This may not actually be the same line said to Kendo when Leon enters his gun shop.
Hold your fire!
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Up next are unused screams. Context. These screams sound as if they are from Leon and Claire. These screams were found only on the trial disc. The best possible explanation for these samples are that they were assigned to be used for the death animations. You may want to turn down the volume. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just half that, shall we? Jesus Christ. Unused dialogue between Leon and Martin. Context. Marvin gives Leon a cold foreshadowing of that fateful moment when Marvin becomes a Zambo. Apparently this conversation took place when Leon encounters Marvin the second time for the first time in the Undetermined. Such dialogue was not heard in the final version. It was found deep within the voice directory of the trial disc dated July 18th, 1997.
Leon, if I die, you have to shoot me in the head.
Damn.
I don't think I'm going to make it.
Don't talk like that. Hey!
If you don't, I'll become one of them. You can't let that happen.
Damn. Hell yeah, man. Let's see, items. Resident Evil 2 has a lot of unused items that were left over during its development. Cycle, notably from a prototype version commonly known as Resident Evil 1.5. Yeah. Do they have a page for Resident Evil 1.5? I don't know. Unknown handgun, hilarious. This green unknown handgun exists in the final game, but doesn't seem to have any function and can't be used. It is likely used as a placeholder graphic for unfinished inventory avatars. The gun itself seems to be based on the SIG Pro S228. Excuse me. As the name of the weapon exists in an item list that is in the Japanese version of the Resident Evil 2 demo. This placeholder image is also in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which also has a usable weapon similar to this one, the SIG Pro SP-2009. Flamethrower fuel, okay. Interesting. For an unknown... Actually, we could probably finish this page and then call it. For an unknown reason, flamethrower fuel is unobtainable. It can be restored through hacking. Spark shot ammo. Like the flamethrower fuel, the spark shot ammo, when went unused and unobtainable, it can also be restored via hacking. Ooh, those look tasty. That looks like blue Mountain Dew. That looks like red Mountain Dew, except without the carbonation. It converts grenade rounds into flame rounds. Cool. And it converts grenade rounds into acid rounds. Wow, that's cool. Both items, ID 24 and 25, were meant for Claire Redfield's scenario. Although unused, they are both functional and can be used with the help of cheat codes. Up to 6 grenade rounds can be converted to flame rounds by combining them with one chemical, FRW09, or into acid rounds using chemical ACW24. An early state of this mechanic exists in the demo versions of the game, but on top of that, in those versions, it is also possible to combine both chemicals together, which results in recovery chemical? Weird. And so an acid and a flame chemical come together to make a medicine. What a weird thing. A similar mechanic would later be used in Resident Evil 3, in which it is possible to combine various types of gunpowder with grenade rounds to convert them into acid. Okay. Acid, flame, and freeze rounds. Note that chemical FRW09 is also in the data of that game, unused. Calico pistol. Ooh. That's cool looking. more of a reddish spark when it fires, I think. Oh. Uh-oh, it doesn't do anything. Hilarious. Okay, so the Calico M950 is usable in the original version of the game and in some of the re-releases by using external cheat codes. The above footage is from the original Japanese PlayStation release. The weapon is usable by giving the Colt SAA to Leon, hinting that it was likely an extra weapon for Leon, since Claire obtains the Colt SAA in the locker with her extra costume. The weapon is unfinished. The firing animation is the same as Leon's handgun. It makes the same sound as the Colt SAA, and it does not damage enemies. A fan-made mod for the PC version can make it usable in a finished state. Fuck yeah, go mods. It would have used 9mm handgun ammunition with a 50 or 100 round capacity. The weapon is also in the demo, which is where these two inventory images were taken from, as they did not survive for the final version, and the October 31st 97 prototype version, in which it is also unusable, though similarly unfinished. The only difference being that it makes no sound and that it has infinite ammunition, further hinting at the weapon being intended as a bonus weapon. The ID number of the item in these versions correspond to that of the Colt SAA in the final. Presumably the Colt SAA replaced the Calico M950, as there is no evidence of the Colt SA existing in the prototype versions either. There was a machine gun. Hey, regional differences. But yeah, that's the biggest one right there, is the names. Controls. The key configuration menu looks completely different. It sure does. I kind of like this layout better than this one because there's like way too much text on screen. Difficulty. Compared to the international versions, the Japanese version has some differences which generally makes it easier. Okay. A few rooms have less enemies. Some examples taken from Leon A. There is one less zombie in the first room of the game, as well as in the penultimate street before entering the police station. On the mezzanine of the main hall, there is one less zombie on the east side in the first corridor basement of the police station. There are two Cerberus, I don't remember what those are, in the Japanese version, but 3 in the international versions, when enemies respawn in that same corridor, there is a single licker in the Japanese version, but 2 in the international version. So, like, there's just, like, less enemies and more ammo pickups. But zombies have less HP, yep. Damage system. The max HP in the game in both versions is 200. The base damage dealt by enemies is also the same in both versions. However, the Japanese version has a leniency system. If the character's HP value is 50% or less of the max, damage dealt by enemies is reduced by 33%. That's cool. In other words, if the character's status reads caution or danger, a zombie's bite deals 20 damage rather than 30. This mechanic is not present in the international versions, in which zombies bite always deals 30 damage. Crazy. Each ink ribbon contains 3 rather than 2. There's more ammo and health supplies. A lot of supplies are hidden in the international versions. Some of them are invisible in the game world. The player needs to press the OK attack button on the right spot to pick. I hate that shit, dude. Oh wow, they censored a lot of the death scenes in the international version. On being killed on fire, the you died thing. The ranking order in Japanese is S, A, B, C, D, where the highest rank is S. In the international versions, the ranking is A, B, C, D, and E, which I kind of like. I've always liked the S rank, the S rank. The European versions removed references to the made-up soda brand, hilarious. The French, German, and Italian and Spanish versions are all missing the text that's supposed to show up before gameplay starts, which corresponds to "they were parted by an inseparable destiny," by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. There's a DualShock version, which is cool. Oh wow, range game. They changed the Japanese version to the boring menu version whenever they redistributed it for the DualShock version. The second game mode is new to the DualShock version, and the Japanese version, original game, corresponds to the original non-DualShock Japanese release, with its difficulty and item placement intact, while a range game corresponds to the international versions with some differences. As stated above, auto-aiming cannot be enabled when playing with the USA version difficulty, and the easy difficulty was replaced by rookie difficulty. Rude. Oh, ad starts in about 28 seconds. Grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a bathroom break. We'll see you in a little bit. And we'll see you in a bit. Fourth Survivor and Tofu Survivor. Oh, that's it. That's actually all of it. Oh. Morning anime block. Alrighty, while the ad's playing, I'm gonna check and see if there's anything substantial here. Oh, I love that. That's very funny. There does not seem to be. Seems to be a lot of text though. Whoop. Oh wow. Huh. Yeah, that looks way better in the N64 version. Less gore though. Oh. That's very strange. We're just kind of skipping through this. There's blue light here. There's the VRAM or VRAM. It changed from orange to blue, which is weird. Huh. If you make a new save data. Yeah, they turned her from red to blue, which is really weird. There you go. Another scenario if you make a new save data. The fourth survivor. Yeah. Interesting. Not that much of a difference. Visually, anyway. That the fucking sunglasses outfit is fantastic. Hell yeah, man. Claire! You change your clothes. Okay. With that, we'll swoop it on over here, and then when next we do, what is it? When next we do, looking through TCRF pages, Jesus. We will be looking through Resident Evil 3. And, yeah. The residents sure are evil. This was a much more, I won't say dull, but definitely more low-key, because, I mean, looking through this stuff only gets so entertaining. But, I mean, I find it entertaining just to look at this stuff. It's very fun for me. I am totally not lying in this monotone voice. While the ad's going on, let's see who I can raid. Oh, itchy. Alright, let's see. We've got Hellfiber. Oh, I remember Hellfiber. Oh yeah, she's playing Clock Tower 3. Thorn Gabo's playing Final Fantasy 5. Oh my god, yeah. Oh man, Thorn. Well, let's see. Maisie's Playhouse is playing Devour. Nalsi Shoal's still playing Genshin Impact. Welcome back, y'all. We're seeing who we'd like to raid. Skyward Sojourner's playing Slay the Princess. I don't know what that is. Fire Mountain. Oh, fuck it, man. Let's do Thorn Gabo with their playthrough of Final Fantasy V. That'd be awesome. Thank you for watching, VOD Watchers. I will see you next time.